to disagree with a lot of the things that were said here today, because you know, we work through Richmond Mines. We've had job fairs. Anybody who wanted a job could get a job. And most of the guys that are working out there, we've got good rapport from the company. We've got good rapport from the people that are working there. Matter of fact, some of the ones that come back and tell us that they're going to work there till they retire. So it's not a question of not supplying jobs, because one of the most important things is we had to have jobs, because we have to, you know, if there's no jobs, then there's just no, how are we supposed to sustain a reserve? So when I went out and talked to the different, see the different reserves, and I could see the quality of life on those reserves, I could see that we were doing something different. They were doing something different that we weren't doing. So I talked to the people on these reserves. One of them was a model reserve is Chapleau Creek, Fox Lake Reserve, and they have a beautiful community up there, and you know, everybody takes pride in their own home ownership, and they've got nice brick houses. So I talked to the people up there, and they said, well, you know, our success is because we work, we deal with the mines. I've dealt with the mines. They were at the mills at the time, and you know, the big thing was jobs. So I thought that, you know, that's one of the first things we had to do. So we went in and we talked to the mining companies. We talked to Duberville Forest Products. We talked to Weyerhaeuser, and we had job fairs. And you know, a lot of jobs came from these. And like I say, we've got another couple more coming on tap. We've got Protégé coming in, spending $500 million. We've been talking to them. We want to know what their manpower requirements are for the next 10 years to give to Richmond and Wesdome mines. And possibly they'll have jobs within the next 2 or 3 weeks. So this talk about development is not there. And as far as that goes, we're still working with the Ontario government to get this land base. We've been working at that for 7 years now. You can't put pressure on the government. We're almost there. We're going to have a land base. We're going to have 8,000 acres. And then there'll be more economic development. We tried to bring economic development to the reserve. We put up, we had wind towers up. And what did they do? They chopped it down so we could have a wind farm going. We've put up another tower, and they shot it up. We wanted to have we wanted to put in a 2 meg dam, which our cash flow would have improved almost $1 million, $900 million. I mean $900,000 we would have had, and people protested it. So you know, we missed out on that deal too. So you know, to talk about economic development. We've had a lot of things going for us, and we're still going. We have some resources on reserve, but we don't have the resources. I mean, I don't think, first of all, the tourist industry should be tapped into. They say we should bring a lot of tourists, but that's seasonal, number one. Number two is there isn't that much money in tourism anymore. It's the same as forestry. There's not that much money because the tourists are not coming in here and coming to this area anymore. You can see that by the motels closing up, the gas stations closing up. They're not here. So we have to look at the resources that we do have, and that's where we go. We use those MOUs, and these companies cannot operate in our territory without having a mining company or a forestry company or any wind farm. We're actually we're trying to partner up with different companies, and I think that, you know, we have a huge potential future. This east-west transmission line is going to bring a lot of jobs, and so I have to disagree with some of the people say. As far as communications, we're probably the most transparent group out there. If anybody wants to know anything, I don't screen my calls. They have to just phone me up. I don't see people coming to me. If anybody wants to know anything, my door is open to them. So, as I said, some of the things I disagree with, and I don't really know what they're talking about. Rich.